Those summer nights. Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 teen summer movies. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're taking a look at the best movies that primarily take place during the summertime and center on a cast of teenagers. Teenagers don't necessarily need to represent the entire cast of the films in question, but the protagonists and plotlines should reflect and be directed at a young adult demographic, meaning college age is okay too. Number 10, High School Musical 2.
What time is it? Summertime. It's our vacation.
The sequel to the original Disney Channel phenomenon, High School Musical 2 drew in 17.2 million viewers, becoming the most watched basic cable program of all time upon its release. Interestingly enough, the plot here shifts the focus away from East High and doesn't actually feature a school musical, so kind of a misleading title. But who cares? What matters is that our favorite Wildcats are back with a slew of catchy new songs, all of which come complete with a refreshing summer spin.
We've got to work this out.
The opening number in particular depicts the anticipation we all feel counting down the final minutes of the school year.
Let's live it up, party down, that's what the summer's all about.
Number 9, Adventureland.
Here's to you, kiddo.
Spending your summer working at an amusement park might sound like a blast, but Adventureland is at times an incredibly bleak dramedy. Of course, that's exactly why Greg Mottola's film is so universally relatable. For Jesse Eisenberg's James, the titular Adventureland acts as a purgatory of sorts, as he struggles to transition from college to grad school. While his summer is filled with disappointment and uncertainty, James also finds love and gains real-world experience. Along the way, Bill Hader and Kristen Wiig inject some welcome humor. In addition to capturing the spirit of summer, the film is also full of 80s vibes, complete with nostalgic throwbacks and a retro soundtrack.
In touch with some reality beyond the blah blah blah.
Number 8, The Way, Way Back.
Well, who is this in all his awkward stage glory?
This is my son, Duncan.
Played by Liam James, Duncan appears to be in store for a rough summer as his mother drags him to Cape Cod with her mean-spirited boyfriend. Fortunately, our protagonist uncovers a safe haven at WaterWiz, which, fun fact, is actually a real-life water park. While there, he finds a mentor in Sam Rockwell's Owen, who's at once wise and immature.
You're having way too much fun. It's making everyone uncomfortable.
As the socially awkward Duncan begins to come out of his shell, he also develops an adorable romance with Anna Sophia Robb's character Susanna. Written and directed by Nat Faxon and Jim Rash, The Way, Way Back puts a fresh spin on familiar coming-of-age themes, winning audiences over with heart, humor, and an exceptional cast.
Mom, why do I have to wear this? Nobody else does.
Number 7, American Pie 2.
That's a lot of flutes.
The first American Pie is often cited as the film that brought back the teen sex comedy. This sequel sees our characters take the next step towards adulthood as they spend their summer at a beach house. The film is of course filled with all the gross-out gags that one would expect, especially with Seann William Scott's Stifler getting a larger role.
It's Stifler time, baby!
The humor once again finds just the right balance of being hilarious and cringeworthy. Like its predecessor, American Pie 2 also catches the audience off guard, with some of its sweeter, more poignant moments. Underneath the raunchy jokes, there's still time for some genuine romance and life lessons, elevating it above your average sex comedy.
It's my first time since my first time, so technically that's my second.
Number 6, I Know What You Did Last Summer.
What was that?
I don't know.
Is everybody okay?
There's something about summer and the slasher genre that just go hand in hand. No film better exemplifies this than I Know What You Did Last Summer, which centers on a group of recent high school graduates who accidentally run someone over with their car. A year after the accident, our protagonists are haunted by a mysterious figure who knows their dirty little secret. While the plot admittedly has too many holes to count, the film does create a foreboding sense of dread that captures the summer season at its most sinister.
How do you know this is even related? You did a lot of things last summer.
The film also brought together some of the era's biggest teen idols, including Jennifer Love Hewitt, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Ryan Phillippe, and Freddie Prinze Jr.
We make a pact. Right here and now we take this to our grave.
Number 5, The Kings of Summer.
This house, this land, it's ours. We make the rules, you know?
At some point during our youth, we all likely thought about running away from home and living in the wilderness. For most of us, this never became anything more than a daydream. In The Kings of Summer, however, 3 young adults make their childish fantasy a reality, building a home in the woods. While the premise might sound preposterous, the emotions Joe, Patrick, and Biagio experience ring surprisingly true. Touching upon strained parental relationships, love triangles, and growing pains, the film uncovers a great deal of honesty against a quirky backdrop. Think Stand By Me meets Ed, Edd n Eddy. The woodland setting additionally reminds us that our best summer memories often take place outdoors.
We're really doing this, huh?
Yes, we are.
Number 4, The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Hey, how can they be perfect on you too?
When 4 best friends are separated over the summer, they remain bonded through a pair of pants that magically fits them all. Based on that corny premise with the even cornier title, The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants might not seem like anything special. You can't always judge a book by its cover, however, and this adaptation of Anne Brashare's bestseller is rich with meaningful themes about family, loss, and growing up.
They'll link us in hearts and spirits, even though we're far apart from each other.
At the center of everything is a sincere story of friendship, with Alexis Bledel, Blake Lively, America Ferrera, and Amber Tamblyn all turning in authentic performances. The result is essentially 4 summer movies for the price of 1.
What's so great about an old pair of jeans?
Nothing. They just happen to mysteriously fit us all perfectly.
Number 3, Dirty Dancing.
2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, don't lean back.
In addition to being one of the definitive dance movies, Dirty Dancing is also one of the most iconic films ever made about summer love. The romance in question revolves around a rich girl called Baby, played by Jennifer Grey, and a hunky dance instructor named Johnny, played by Patrick Swayze. While they come from different backgrounds, these two never miss a step together on the dance floor. The story isn't anything revolutionary, but the film stands out thanks to the sensational music, dancing, and chemistry between the leads. If you're looking for an old classic to watch during the dog days of summer, this is one you wouldn't want to leave in the corner.
Nobody puts Baby in a corner.
Number 2, Dazed and Confused.
All right.
This cult classic is light on plot, but heavy on character and atmosphere. Writer-director Richard Linklater sets his film in 1976, on the last day of school, and the movie's tone fits that sentiment to a T. Much like the beginning of summer, Dazed and Confused feels like a wild party that's just getting started. In the same vein of A Lazy Summer Day, however, the film is also very laid back, as our characters drive around, listen to music, and make casual small talk.
You just gotta keep living, man. L-I-V-I-N.
Rather than follow a conventional 3-act structure, Linklater immerses us in a carefree state that simply screams summertime. The movie is a vacation from reality, allowing the audience to cut loose.
The 70s, oh my god, they obviously suck. Come on.
Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
No, seriously, you guys. It'll be so easy and the kids will love it.
Where you are is where I wanna be. Oh, next to you, and you next to me.
You're not a winner, you're just scared. I'm gonna be the best surfer in the world.
And it's just you. It's just one other girl. And one other girl. And it's just you. And one other girl.
Number 1, American Graffiti.
Hey, what do you say, Kurt? Last night in town, you guys gonna have a little bash before you leave?
Where Dazed and Confused took place on the last day of school, American Graffiti is set in 1962 on the last day of summer. Having recently graduated from high school, this marks both the end of an era and the beginning of a new chapter for our main characters. Some see this as an opportunity to go out with a big bang. Others begin to rethink their futures, realizing that they may be taking the wrong path. They make the most of their final evening together as the clock winds down.
Your car's uglier than I am. That didn't come out right.
Earning an Academy Award nomination for Best Picture, George Lucas's film proved just how adult a teen movie could be.
Can't be your car, it must be your mama's car.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Ms. Mojo and subscribe for new videos every day.